Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.
Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you're about to be listening to episode 654 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm an executive job search and leadership coach, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and I'm taking on interviewing during the course of 2017. And this is one of those tough interview questions that's asked way too often. It's designed, well, I think it's a softball question, but a lot of people freeze or just do the wrong thing in answering the question. I hope you find my suggested answer helpful and that you give the show 5 stars in iTunes and Stitcher so that more people discover the show. We're doing great, by the way. You know, it's a lot of downloads daily. The numbers are growing year over year by about 20% at this point, and I'd like to see it continue and increase. So thanks for your support over the course of my 6 years doing the show, and now let's get going. Today I'm going to give you one of those tough interview questions that organizations love to ask. You know, it's not that anything is tricky, but everything has an impact upon how they look at you, how they see you, how they think about you going forward. And this question I really enjoy. Ready? So, tell me about the most boring job you've ever had. Ooh, very dramatic. You know, most boring job you've ever had. Now, if you're already established professional, it's unlikely you're going to get this. This is geared more toward inexperienced people because the interview doesn't have a lot of benchmarks for figuring out whether or not to hire you. So they look for ways where you're going to disqualify yourself. Now, there are 2 ways of approaching this. And I'll give you what most people do is they actually talk about a job. If you're going to do that, you talk about something when you were much younger. So, for example, in my case, I would talk about the time where I was in high school and I worked as a messenger and how boring it was to arrive at different people's offices to pick up an envelope and to bring it somewhere else. And, you know, the issue with giving an answer about the actual most boring job is that, number one, firms start to think of you in the context of being the messenger guy or some other demeaning way of thinking of you. So it's not really the desirable way of doing it. But if you're not comfortable with this next approach, then always talk about something when you were, quote, much younger. And you didn't really get it. And you'll understand why when I talk about the second one. The second way of answering this question I happen to like. It's very slick, it's very smart, and it allows you to really sell yourself in unique ways. And thus, when you're asked, what's the most boring job you've ever had, you can respond by saying, and you start looking like you're thinking about it, because remember, interviewing has a degree of acting involved with it. You never want to seem like you're so rehearsed that you have all these answers at the tip of your fingertips. You always want to make it seem like you're thinking about things as though this is the first time you ever heard this brilliant question. So you pause for a second and go, you know, when I think about it, I don't think I've ever been bored in a job that I've had. And maybe it goes back to that philosophy I have. It's kind of like an actor where there are no small parts. Every job has a relevance and a meaning to it that I figured out. So that even in what some people would consider a menial job, I always found purpose and drive and determination to it. And then you give one example of a job that you might have held that might seem to this person, in your opinion, much less than where you are now. And how you worked hard and you were diligent and you turned great numbers or put in a great performance, got lots of praise, became the example for the team. yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. So always try and make lemonade out of the lemon is the philosophy here. Always talk in terms of how you didn't really fall prey to the prevailing wisdom of this being a dull, boring job. That instead what you did was you put in your best effort because every job has a purpose to it. You're hired, you're paid, they expect your best effort, and that's what you give them. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a couple of ways that you can engage with me. The first one is connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention when you reach out to connect that you listen to the show. I enjoy finding out who my fans are. Next, if you're an executive and you're interested in job search or leadership coaching, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the phrase executive job search coaching or leadership coaching. I'd be happy to help you in either way. I want to be clear, I'm not a recruiter. I'm a coach, helping you play bigger, having a set of eyes and ears on your circumstances so that you don't make mistakes that are costly. If you're not an executive, the best way to engage is with JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I have the best of my information there, plus you can ask me questions throughout your job search. I'll answer them. It'll help you. It'll help other people. There's going to be a community of individuals there that you can also get advice from. Again, JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.
Sorry to interrupt your run. You're probably in the zone, but with Simply Right Checking from Santander Bank, you can waive the monthly fee by completing one transaction each month. Click the banner or find out more at santanderbank.com/simple.
Qualifying transactions do not include fees, rebates, and adjustments posted by Santander. Santander Bank, N.A. member FDIC.